Does your dog keep farting so much that your entire house is filled with a delightful aroma? Don't panic. That awful smell is completely natural, and smelling it won't kill you. But don't be surprised if your soul leaves your body for a second. Today, I'm going to share some amazing tips that will make your dog's farts disappear forever. Just kidding. If only it were that easy. Dogs are living creatures, not Bluetooth speakers. There's no mute button for their butt. But here's the good news. With a few simple changes, you can make those legendary gas attacks much less offensive. Some of these tips are incredibly simple. Some are surprisingly scientific. And one of them is something most dog owners never even think about. Trust me. The last tip is an absolute game changer, and your nose will thank you. Let's get into it. The biggest problem usually starts with how they eat. Most dogs don't just peacefully eat their food, they inhale it. Like they're terrified an IRS tax raid is about to happen and confiscate their bowl. In the medical world, this is called aerophagia. When they vacuum up their dinner in 3 seconds flat, they swallow massive pockets of atmospheric air right along with their kibble. And folks, the basic laws of physics apply here. Whatever air goes in the front is eventually coming out the back, with sound effects. The instant fix is incredibly simple. Throw that standard bowl in the trash and get a slow feeder bowl. It works like a puzzle. The meal that used to take 10 seconds will now take 10 minutes. No extra air goes in, and the bomb is diffused at the source. Now we stopped the air. But what exactly are you serving inside that bowl? If you're feeding them a cheap dog food, where the bag says corn, soy, or wheat right at the top, you are shooting yourself in the foot. A dog's body simply cannot break down cheap, complex carbs. Instead of digesting, this cheap filler food just sits in their large intestine and rots. It ferments, just like an old factory vat, and produces hydrogen sulfide gas. That is the exact chemical compound that smells like horrifying rotten eggs. Always stick to a meat-first diet. Otherwise, their stomach just becomes a walking, barking gas factory. But honestly, sometimes the real culprit isn't the dog food. It's you. Yes, you. When you're chilling on the sofa eating a burger, and they sit right under the table, giving you those world-class manipulative sad puppy eyes. You melt, and you toss them a piece of cheese or a French fry. Well, science is very clear on this. 90% of adult dogs are lactose intolerant. Their bodies literally do not have the enzyme required to digest dairy. That tiny, loving piece of cheese you just gave them, it literally turns into a chemical weapon in their gut, and they will take their revenge on you while you sleep. So next time, ignore the puppy eyes and cut out the human food completely. Because of all these little mistakes, their digestive system goes out of whack, and the gas-producing bad bacteria start winning. There is an actual biological war happening in their stomach. To win this war from the inside, they need some military backup. Start adding a high-quality canine probiotic to their morning meal. This sends in an army of millions of good bacteria that will hunt down and destroy those bad smell bacteria. Their digestion will naturally balance out, and your house will finally be breathable again. And after all this, the final habit you need to change is their lazy routine. If your dog eats a massive meal and then immediately goes to sleep on your expensive couch, that gas just pools in their stomach like a ticking time bomb. Remember the golden rule. Motion is lotion. After they eat, take them for a quick 15-minute brisk walk. That physical movement activates their intestines. It speeds up the digestive process, and whatever natural gas does build up gets released outside in the fresh park air, instead of inside your living room. Let nature take it outside. Another huge mistake we make out of love is giving them weird, highly processed treats. Things like rawhide bones, pig ears, or cheap, colorful biscuits. You think you're giving them a 5-star dessert, but the truth is, these treats hit their stomach and instantly trigger an error 404. They take centuries to digest, and while they sit there rotting, they brew a stench that will literally make your eyes water. Stop giving them stink grenades labeled as treats. Swap the garbage out for healthy, single-ingredient treats like freeze-dried beef liver or plain apple slices. Their gut and your nose will thank you. And did you know that just like humans, dogs get nervous farts? Science shows a direct link between the gut and the brain, called the gut-brain axis. When your dog loses their mind barking at the Amazon delivery guy or gets spooked by a loud noise, that stress causes them to pant heavily. Heavy panting means they are swallowing liters of extra air. On top of that, during high stress, their body puts digestion on pause. Combine those two things, and you get a gas leak so bad you'll think your stove is broken. So if your dog is hyperactive or anxious, keeping them mentally calm using things like lick mats or snuffle toys is a massive, proven way to stop the toxic farts. Last but not least, you have to keep an eye on their secret dumpster diving habit. You could be feeding them the most premium, expensive diet at home, but the second you go for a walk, they sneakily swallow an abandoned street hot dog, a crust of pizza, or some random trash off the sidewalk. They think they are hunting in the wild, but what they are actually doing is planting a biochemical bomb in their stomach. Random street garbage completely destroys their carefully balanced microbiome and instantly triggers toxic gas. So instead of scrolling through Instagram reels during your walk, keep your eyes on your dog so they stop treating the sidewalk like their own personal free buffet. Just change their bowl, fix their diet, ditch the table food, give them probiotics, stop the garbage treats, manage their stress, and take them for a walk. Your family's noses will be completely safe. If this video saved your living room environment today, make sure to subscribe. And I need you to be completely honest in the comments. Where is the absolute worst place your dog has ever launched a gas attack?